Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. Some of you said that you don't like me using a significator card at the beginning of a reading, and I stayed away from that for quite a while, but today, because I'm going to use this BS detector now, which is only 4 cards, I think that I will do one card because I want to see the general energy around the Spotify archetype podcast that Meghan released yesterday. And this deck is the fairy tale tarot, which is a beautiful deck, and I feel quite that it's a waste to use it for only 4 cards, but I will use it again. But I felt like it is fitting to use it here because it is about a fairy tale that we've been told, and that is around the story that Meghan told yesterday about the fire that was in the bedchamber where Archie was supposed to be but wasn't really. So before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourself. So the first card that I'm going to take was going to look into the podcasts themselves, and because I understand that they haven't been so successful as for now, or at least that podcast with Serena Williams. So let's see what is the general energy, the significator card to describe this podcasts, the archetype podcasts. Okay, so I cleared the deck and I'm asking for the energy. So generally energy around the archetype podcast that Meghan released yesterday. General energy around the archetype podcast that Meghan released yesterday. Now, I will link in the end of the video the playlist that I did for Spotify, and you will see that I said a few months ago that Spotify is not giving up on Harry and Meghan, despite all of the rumors that were around the fact that they did not give up any podcasts. They still were going to go on with them, and I was proven right. So if you want to see that, you can watch the playlist that I made about Spotify and Netflix. So now I'm going to look into this card. Okay, so it's kind of funny because this card is the card of the Empress, but the meaning of this card is that this is an alpha woman, that her husband can only be a beta male, which is exactly the opposite of how things usually are, where we are used to alpha males and their wives are beta women. And this woman is an alpha woman that her husband can only be a beta husband, so her mate can only be beta. So this is a woman that controls everything that is around her. This is a woman that controls her husband, and this is exactly what we see around Meghan. She is the egotistical queen. She is the one that only thinks about herself. So she is acting like this alpha man or alpha male, but she's in her archetype podcast, she is trying to say that it's about feminism, that it's about woman's power, and this is exactly what this card is showing us, that this is what she wants to show the world, that this is about women's power, that this is about her being an alpha person, that she is the one in control, and that her mate is someone that is just doing exactly what she's telling him to do, because she's the one in control. So this just describes the relationship between Meghan and Harry perfectly, and it shows us that this is exactly what she's trying to show us in those podcasts. Not that she's really successful in that, but this is what she's trying to do. One of the stories that she keeps repeating, the story of the advertisement for a dishwashing detergent that she managed sole-handedly to change, despite the fact that we already know that it didn't happen, that it was all the imagination of her father that allowed her to believe that she's the one responsible for that change. But she keeps repeating that. So this is part of her plan. This is what she's trying to convince us all. So now I'm going to look into the story that she told about the fire that was in the housing unit that she that's how she describes the very luxurious mansion that they were hospitalized there, not hospitalized, I'm sorry, that they were there as guests, which was the place where the governor is living. In that way, she was not only disclosing information that she conveniently forgot to disclose during their documentary, when she had no problem in standing there and telling the whole world how miserable she is, and nobody asks her if she's okay. So she had no problem telling that the whole world, but she listened to the advisor that told her not to say anything about the fire that Archie miraculously was saved from. And she is also being very disrespectful to her hosts in South Africa by describing their house as a housing unit. So how disrespectful can you be in just one small story? So let's start by clearing this deck. Okay, so what is the truth around the story that fire was in the room where Archie was supposed to be? What is the truth and what is the lie behind the story Meghan tells about a fire that was in a room where Archie was supposed to be during their Africa tour? What is the truth? What is the lie? So the first card is a card that shows us the question or the subject that we are talking about, and the card that I'm getting is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is a card that speaks about dreams coming true. This is about wishes coming true. And while they were in the South Africa, they were still part of the royal family. They were very respected. They got a lot of respect, and they got their wishes come true. If I can remind you that during that tour, Harry got out with the law case against the Mail on Sunday, and of course they made the documentary with Tom Bradby in which they complained about the royal family, about the treatment that they were getting. So they had the wishes coming true during that tour. They were welcomed. They were accepted in open arms, exactly like we see here, these couple. So this is about happiness. This is about a happy family. This is describing the truth about their South African tour, and it shows that it was wishes coming true. They got everything that they wanted, and on top of that, they got the opportunity of whining about the things that they thought that they didn't get. So it shows us that they were partners, that they got a lot of respect, that they got everything that they could wish for. So what is the lie around this whole story? And we are getting the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, that's Meghan. She is the egotistical queen. She is the one who only thinks about herself, and she is the liar. So this card is very overall telling us that the Queen of Wands is a liar. She is egotistical, she's extravagant, she's immature, she's jealous, she is very easily betraying others, and she has the tendency to look for other people to blame, and this is exactly what she has done. She blames everyone for everything. She blames the royal family for her grievances. She blames them for not being able to tell the world about that. So this is just showing that she is a liar from beginning till end, and this is why we get her in the lie. We get the card that describes her perfectly, and it shows us that it's all out of her feeling of failure. It's all out of her need to blame others, and it's all out of her jealousy. And this is a betrayal. This is a betrayal of the royal family. This is a betrayal of everything that the royal family believes in. Okay, so that's the lie. What is the truth? And the truth is the 10 of Pentacles, so another 10. So the truth is that they had everything that they could have wished for. They were welcomed. They got the money that they wanted. She got a lot of money for her wardrobe. She got everything that you can just think about: the money, the abundance, the success, the comfort. And this is a card that speaks about having comfort. So this shows us that they were housed in the most comfortable place, in a most comfortable situation, and this is just showing us that there is no truth about what she's talking about. Now, one more thing about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a fire energy. She speaks about fire. So the lie is also about the fire. But the truth is that they had everything that they could have wished for. This is about having success. Their tool was considered very successful. This is about having a family, and they had their child with them. This is about having material success. This is about happiness, richness. They had it all. So what can we see for the aftermath, for the outcome of it all? And the outcome how unsurprising is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, that's the card of mystery, that's the card of secrets. So until we get some more chapters from Tom Bauer, I think that we will still have a lot of mysteries, a lot of secrets around Meghan. She will keep on keeping those secrets. She will still be afraid of life, afraid of changes, afraid of failure, afraid of everything, because she's keeping so many secrets and so much mystery around her children, around everything, that we cannot trust one word that she's saying, because everything that she's saying is a lie. Okay, so this is the tarot, and this is a beautiful deck, so I will definitely use it again. And the oracle is the wisdom of the house of Night once again, and because this deck has positive and negative messages, so I will take just one general card and see what is the message, and then we'll see who is the one who gets that message. So let's see what we get. So energy around archetypes, the podcast that Meghan has released, and the lies that she told in that podcast. And the card that I'm getting is message. So I believe that this card is intended for us, and it tells us to be ready and pay attention, because we are about to get a message with special meaning. So this is telling us to be very, very attentive, to be with our ears open, because first of all, to be able to detect her lies, and then to be able to receive the message when it comes to us, because that message will be imperative for our ability to prove that Meghan is a liar. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.